Why can some people run billion-dollar companies in their 70s, 80s, and 90s, while others the same age can't remember where they left their keys? They can't focus for more than 20 minutes without their mind drifting. They forget what they were saying halfway through a sentence. They read something and can't recall it 5 minutes later. Meanwhile, Warren Buffett is 94 years old. He's still making complex financial decisions that affect millions of people. His mind is razor sharp. Richard Branson is in his mid-70s. He just launched another new business venture. He's giving interviews every week, remembering names and details like it's nothing. So how do they do it, and how can they stay so mentally sharp while the rest of us struggle to remember a phone number? What do the wealthy know about protecting their brains that ordinary people don't? For years, nobody talked about this. It was reserved for the elite, the kind of thing you'd only hear about if you had access to private doctors and exclusive clinics. But breakthrough research from Johns Hopkins and MIT is finally bringing this into the light. It turns out the ultra-wealthy have been protecting their brains using a method that most doctors never mention. It's not some exotic medication. It's not expensive stem cell therapy. It's not surgery or experimental treatments. It's something much simpler. And until now, it's been quietly circulating among billionaires, executives, and high performers who could afford the best advice in the world. Here's what the research found. There's a specific process happening inside the brain that most people lose after age 50. It's why your memory starts to slip, why focus becomes harder, why you feel mentally slower than you used to. But these sharp, successful seniors didn't lose it, because they knew how to protect it. And now, for the first time, researchers have found a way to support this same process in any senior. In studies, it improved memory by a remarkable 63%. It just involves listening to a short frequency once a day. No medication, no expensive supplements, no complicated routines. This is the same method that's been quietly used by some of the most successful people on the planet. And now, over 127,000 ordinary people have tried it. Many of them say they feel clearer and sharper than they have in years. Of course, the pharmaceutical industry isn't happy about this. They've spent billions convincing you that memory decline is just part of getting older, that the best you can do is manage it with their drugs. They don't want you to know there's another way, so I can't promise this video will stay up for long. If you've noticed your memory slipping or your thinking getting slower, I encourage you to keep watching. What the wealthy have known for years is finally available to everyone, and it requires no pills, no potions, and no complicated exercises. Hi there, my name is Dr. Orson McCoy. As a neuroscientist trained at Stanford, my entire career has been dedicated to one thing: helping make the most of their mental powers. But in recent years, I've focused more on the growing problem of cognitive decline, because the promise of enjoying our golden years is a lie for nearly half of us. Landmark 2025 research in Nature Medicine dropped a bombshell that the mainstream media is ignoring. If you're over 55, you now have a 42% chance of facing cognitive decline. So if you have a spouse, one of you is staring down the barrel of a gun. It's no surprise then that the number of such cases is expected to double by 2060. And when you understand how a healthy memory works, you'll see why this is such a massive problem and what you can do about it. Let me explain. Think of your memory not as a library, but as a city of 100 billion streets, where each memory is a specific address. When you need to recall a name or a fact, your brain is like a navigation system, sending a clear signal to pinpoint that location. When the streets are clear, you get there instantly. Your recall is effortless. But what happens when the roads start to corrode and the signs get rusty? The process is disrupted and your brain struggles to send that signal. The light bulb flickers. You can't recall a name. Your mind goes blank and you think, "Goodness, I must be going crazy." If you sometimes misplace the TV remote or tell the same stories repeatedly, this is happening to you already. An enemy within is sabotaging your brain. For decades, this disruption was a complete mystery, baffling even the world's leading neurologists. Then shocking new research revealed the culprit. 2025 Johns Hopkins research showed that high brain iron levels are directly linked to cognitive impairment. And that's not all. A scientific review of 41 human studies found consistent evidence that brain iron accumulation correlates with poor mind performance. This is particularly true in memory regions like the hippocampus and caudate nuclei. In layman's terms, the iron in your brain spirals out of control, spreading damage through precious brain tissue. It attacks your memory and brain power from the inside, robbing you of the very ability to think. The scientific explanation is complicated, but I like to think of it as brain rust. It's a form of corrosion that spreads silently, like taking a fine grit metal file to the delicate wiring of your brain. With every passing year, this toxic, oxidized iron grinds away at the myelin sheath, the vital insulation that lets your thoughts travel at lightning speed. This is physical erosion, and it's happening to you right now. The devastating neurotoxin behind brain rust is corrosive. It clings to your brain cells, especially in your hippocampus, your memory's command center. This begins to short out your memory circuits, one by one. Normally, your brain has a powerful, natural defense system to prevent this. A specific molecule whose only job is to bind to this excess iron and safely flush it out, keeping your brain's wiring clear. But as you get older, your body's production of this rust-repelling molecule plummets. Your defenses weaken. This allows brain rust to accumulate, clogging up your neural pathways. It interferes with your natural brain processes, weakening your cognitive abilities. It slows your thinking, and it corrodes your memories. You are being zombified, turning into a living ghost, alive yet dying inside. Then things just keep getting worse. Because once this rust takes hold, it doesn't just sit there. It accelerates the death of healthy brain cells, releasing more toxic waste. This gums up the neural pathways where your most precious memories are held, leading to an even weaker, rustier brain. Soon, this toxic oxidative stress spreads, triggering other problems like chronic fatigue, aching joints, and weight gain. So if you've struggled to lose a few pounds, you now know the real root cause of the problem: brain rust. This isn't a short-term problem like a migraine. It's a chronic shift in your brain's chemistry. The very iron that carries oxygen in your blood is working against you. Over decades, it slowly accumulates in the one place it doesn't belong: your memory centers. The problem isn't the iron itself. It's your brain's inability to flush it out. This is a silent internal process that's happening to everyone. But as you reach your senior years, the symptoms become more obvious. Have you noticed your mental sharpness is fading? That your recall is not as instant as it used to be? That you sometimes forget where you put your car keys? This is not just a normal part of getting older. This is brain rust quietly destroying your mind and causing that brain fog you feel every single day. Your most precious asset is degrading like an old abandoned truck, rusting away until it's completely useless. That's something you cannot allow, because your brain is your body's command center. It controls every heartbeat, every breath, and every precious memory. So when your brain is in trouble, your whole body suffers. And studies now prove this brain iron accumulation is catastrophic. Research links it to strokes, Parkinson's, and other serious neurological and age-related conditions. A recent article in Neurology and Preclinical Neurological Studies says, abnormal brain iron accumulation has been associated with extrapyramidal disease. These result in movement problems, tremors, muscle stiffness, and a host of neurological conditions. That's bad news, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. Even more concerning is an article in the publication Brain from Oxford Academic. This states, regional brain iron and gene expression provide insights into neurodegeneration. The authors found that iron accumulation in a key part of the brain, the basal ganglia, is associated with oxidative stress and mechanisms of cell death. In simple terms, billions of your brain cells are dying. When you add all this research together, the evidence is compelling. Excess iron in your brain is like a wrecking ball. It's being called a major marker for accelerated aging and brain decay. Scary, I know. But don't give up hope, because there is something you can do, and it works like gangbusters. All thanks to groundbreaking research conducted by my highly qualified team of brain experts. For years, we saw iron build up in brain scans and knew it was a cause for concern, yet we had no safe way to remove it. Desperate to find a solution, we threw all our energy into tackling the problem. The work was daunting because I refused to resort to risky drugs or invasive surgery. We struggled for so long, I almost wanted to give up. Then the big breakthrough came, the remarkable discovery that changed everything. Our groundbreaking research revealed new facts about ferritin, your brain's natural iron-storing protein. In healthy brains, ferritin locks away excess iron before it can oxidize and cause brain rust. It binds to the rust and begins to safely flush it out, protecting your brain's delicate wiring from corrosion. Plus, ferritin restores your neural pathways. With this protective molecule restored, you're not just sharper, your thinking is faster, your concentration improves. But in your senior years, ferritin levels and activity drop sharply. Our research focused on reactivating this natural defense to help your brain safely flush out iron buildup and restore clear, reliable memory. So the real question became, how do we signal the brain to reignite natural ferritin production? With this clear goal in sight, we set to work. For months we labored in the lab, often working past midnight, 7 days a week. We lived on pizza and black coffee, testing hundreds of concepts in search of a solution. We hit countless dead ends, but I refused to abandon hope. I was motivated by the need to help my aging mom, who was on a slippery slope. Once she was a vibrant math teacher and brilliant bridge player. Now she was becoming confused and forgetful, her independence ebbing away. One day, she looked at a photo of her late husband, my father, and couldn't tell me who he was. When I said he was the love of her life, her partner for 50 years, she broke down in tears. "How could I forget him?" she cried. "What's happening to me?" Those pitiful tears spurred me on. I was determined to find a way to help her before it was too late. After over a year of dedicated teamwork, we finally cracked the problem, finding the solution in the most unlikely place. Disappointed with conventional medical methods, we explored a promising new avenue of research. This suggests that certain sounds have a very direct effect on the human brain. Ever found yourself humming along to a catchy tune or tapping your foot to rock music? Or do you flinch in horror when someone scrapes their nails on a chalkboard? That's the phenomenon I'm talking about. Certain harmonies and audio frequencies connect directly with your brain and have a profound impact. That's why you can instantly recall a song you haven't listened to for 30 years, or immediately recognize a forgotten voice from your childhood. Sound and memories intersect in the most extraordinary way. This phenomenon is what we call neuroacoustic science. So how does this powerful interaction work? Well, certain audio frequencies stimulate high-frequency brainwaves called gamma waves. These are the fastest type of brainwave. They are associated with high-level cognitive functions like concentration, problem-solving, memory, and heightened awareness. Gamma waves help synchronize information across different brain regions, and that leads to improved information processing speed and mental clarity. We uncovered new research suggesting this concept had huge potential. I was excited by developments at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. In 2025, MIT News said, "Evidence that 40 Hz gamma stimulation promotes brain health is expanding. A decade of studies provide growing evidence that increasing the power of the brain's gamma rhythms could help." MIT's 10 years of research showed that 40 Hz sound stimulation reduced amyloid accumulation in subjects with cognitive decline. Better still, it actually slowed cognitive decline in early human trials. In other words, we found that very specific high-pitched sounds can significantly improve your brain function. When I read that, I had a eureka moment. This research dovetailed neatly with our own findings, confirming we were on the right track. So we put our advanced artificial intelligence to work, crunching vast amounts of data to find the optimal solution. We focused on the very promising 40 Hz range, then experimented to home in on the exact frequency that produced optimal results. And the results exceeded all our expectations. The answer was hidden in a bizarre biological loophole that Big Pharma overlooked. We found that after 50, your ferritin on switch gets stuck in the off position. Obviously, there is no way your brain can work right until that switch is turned back on. This became an urgent task. So we asked a crazy question. What if we could use neuroacoustic science to sing to this molecule? What specific frequency would act like a sonic key, jiggling that switch back to on? Using AI to analyze millions of data points, we dug deep. And after a lot of experimentation, we isolated the exact harmonic frequency that vibrates in perfect resonance with this molecule. It doesn't just ask your brain to heal itself, it commands it. Ever seen an opera singer break a glass with just her voice? That's exactly what we're talking about here. That's the power of a very precise audio frequency to produce astonishing and game-changing results. The power to penetrate the brain and zap the brain rust molecule by molecule. The one specific harmonic we identified is incredibly powerful, and the results prove it. In our initial trials, we saw brain recall improve by a remarkable 63%. That's astonishing, but we hit one major snag. The AI-powered equipment we use at our Stanford lab costs millions of dollars. There's no way regular folks could afford this. But my mission is to help everyone, not just the wealthy who can pay $10,000 for help. We had to find a way to open this up to everyone. So we burned the midnight oil again, spending hours brainstorming around a whiteboard. The fix turned out to be simple, yet devastatingly effective. Leveraging our AI, we re-engineered this specific audio frequency into a regular audio track. So you don't need expensive equipment to emulate our results. Instead, just listen to the track on your phone. I was excited to see if this breakthrough would actually work outside the lab. We decided to test it on a real person suffering from memory loss, my aging mom. She was nervous about trying something new, but her case was urgent. She'd reached the stage where she'd forget names or walk into a room and have no idea why she was there. I was already flipping through brochures from nursing homes, seeking out ones offering round-the-clock care. But within weeks, I threw those brochures away because the test results were phenomenal. Before long, the brain fog cleared. Mom seemed brighter and more on the ball than she had in years. When we scrolled through family photo albums together, she remembered every name and every location. The smart mom I remembered was back. It was like her brain was 20 years younger. Excited by this initial success, we invited a group of beta testers to try the innovation. And the results were off the charts. Maria Lopez from El Paso, Texas reported, "I struggled with cognitive decline every day for years. I was terrified of losing my independence completely. Then my neurologist suggested I try this, and wow, what a difference. Last week was my first day of crystal clear thinking in 9 years. People are looking at me in a whole new way, and I've even started writing a novel. Amazing." And she's not the only one experiencing life-changing results.
I learned the piano at my age. You should hear me play at parties. We have so much fun.
My willpower got stronger. I dropped 22 pounds, and my husband can't keep his hands off me.
I'm making a ton of money in stocks. I see everything so clearly. It's like, wow.
I was over the moon. Our breakthrough was helping everyday Americans fight memory loss, reclaiming their mental sharpness, no matter their age. They're accomplishing things they thought were beyond them. All thanks to the first and only audio protocol developed by Stanford-trained neuroscientists. One designed to help reactivate your brain's natural, rust-repelling molecule for a better, clearer memory. It's incredibly simple, easy, and you can do it right from your couch. All you do is listen to the calming audio track. Soon, neuroacoustic science will kick in. The special frequency will begin to synchronize with your brain, helping to wake up your dormant ferritin. This rust-repelling molecule then begins its vital work, flushing out the brain rust and clearing your mind for sharper thinking and better memory. The process starts working right away, and you can do it from the privacy of your own home. There are no expensive supplements to buy, no frustrating brain games to play. There's no meditation, no mantras to repeat, and nothing to write down. You just listen to this short audio track once per day, allowing it to reactivate your brain's natural defenses. The result is an activated rust-repelling system, giving you a clearer mind and a memory that actually improves with age. In conversations, you'll find words and details are suddenly available right when you need them. You'll quickly grasp what you're reading or watching, understanding it instantly while others struggle to keep up. You'll always know where you left your phone, and you'll be able to recall every item on your shopping list. No need to write anything down. Flushing away the brain rust means healthier brain function is back. You are reclaiming your independence. After just a few weeks, you may feel sharper than people decades younger. And the benefits don't stop there. Because your brain controls your whole body, the effects will ripple through your entire being. You will feel more energized and become more active. You'll find yourself laughing more, taking joy in activities you thought were behind you. With delighted messages pouring in from our beta testers, I knew this innovation was too good to keep to ourselves. I had to find a way to share this amazing discovery with the world. So my expert team and I got back to work. And after careful calibration and optimization, we turned our concept into a downloadable product. And now it's ready for anyone to use. So I'm very proud to announce the remarkable innovation that changes everything. We call it Neuro Energizer. It's the world's first and only product designed to face brain rust head-on. Where pills and potions fail, Neuro Energizer succeeds by tackling the real root cause of the issue. It uses neuroacoustic science to work from day one, reactivating billions of ferritin molecules to restore optimal brain function. When you say yes to Neuro Energizer, you put yourself on track for remarkable change. Just imagine the wonderful ways your life will improve. Your brain's rust-repelling defenses will be helped from day one. And then things just keep getting better. You will reconnect with the healthier, sharper brain of your youth. One that's free of brain rust and corroded pathways. Imagine waking up every morning, refreshed and excited about the day ahead. You feel clear-headed, full of mental energy, and able to easily recall names, dates, and important memories. Your presence is a delight at holidays, birthdays, and graduations. You'll no longer lose your train of thought mid-sentence. The perfect words will be right there when you need them. And with your neural connections fully restored, you'll find that great ideas just come to you out of the blue. You'll have genuine clarity on how to get what you want, along with crisp, sustained mental focus for hours on end. Maybe you'll surprise your family by learning a skill that triples your income, or by finishing the Sunday crossword in record time. With sharper thinking and a clearer memory at any age, there's no limit to what you can achieve. This is the re-energized brain you deserve, and the sooner you activate it, the better. No doubt you're desperate to get your hands on Neuro Energizer as soon as you can. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. But first, I want you to ponder some serious questions. What's it worth to open your eyes tomorrow morning and feel your mind click into gear, as crystal clear as it was 20 years ago? What value would you place on staying sharp and witty for the people you love? How much would you pay to have the brain power that makes you recall names and details instantly? People pay $10,000 to come to my practice, and they say it's worth every penny. So you'd probably price Neuro Energizer at $1,000, maybe much more. Because aside from the financial cost, there's also the significant human risk. You've seen the research. Brain rust has been linked to terrifying cognitive decline. The mere thought of rotting in a nursing home is unbearable. Imagine getting family visitors and having no idea who they are, or pooping your pants because you've forgotten how to use the bathroom. Unthinkable. You simply cannot put a price on your health and your independence. Truth is, my accountants are furious with me. They know I could charge $500 for Neuro Energizer and people would pay it. But I made a promise to get this out to the people who need it most. So today, you can secure lifetime access to Neuro Energizer at a special low price. Not for $500, not for $200, but for a tiny one-time investment. If you join right now, you can get in at the crazy low price of just $49. But that's not all. Because you've made it this far into the presentation, it's clear you're serious about making a real breakthrough. You're joining 127,541 men and women who've already achieved astonishing memory breakthroughs. For that reason, I want you to try this cutting-edge audio track at a special one-time price, available only on this video. Today, and for a limited time, I'd like to offer you Neuro Energizer for just $39. That's another $10 off, just for sticking with me. Over the next year, it works out at just 10 cents a day. Today only, you're getting 94% off the accountant recommended price. To claim that deal, scroll down and tap to order right now. So as you can see, Neuro Energizer represents fantastic value. Yet that's not all you'll get when you place your order today. For everyone who orders at the special $39 discount price today, I'm giving you 3 free bonuses that aren't available anywhere else. These are designed to work hand in hand with Neuro Energizer, cementing your memories, stoking your brain power, and maximizing your cognitive power. First, you'll get the 5-minute memory maximizer, worth $47. Discover the weird little mental locking ritual that lets you remember anything, names, numbers, passwords, even years later. You'll find the secret in Chapter 3. It's like spraying your memories with Teflon so they never slip away. Once you learn this, you'll start testing it on everything just to see how freakishly well it works. Use it anytime, anywhere, even standing in line at the store, and feel your recall sharpen in real time. Secondly, you're getting the 7 foods you must eat to stay sharp, valued at $57. Chapter 4 tells you which innocent breakfast food slowly strangles your focus and what to replace it with for laser clarity by mid-morning. You'll also learn why one cheap snack eaten by monks in the mountains helps their brains stay alert well past 90. And the single grocery store fruit that works like drain cleaner for clogged up neurons. You'll be shocked when you see what this is. It's not what you expect. Your third free bonus for taking action today is a new report called The Brain Accelerator, worth $67. This easy-to-follow guide shows you how to flip the on switch for your mind's hidden overdrive mode. Use these simple focus stacking moves to think faster, earn faster, and make better decisions in less time. You'll see how top performers quietly channel mental energy into more money, better health, and a sharper edge on life itself. Once you feel this working, you'll never want to go back to normal speed again. Let's quickly recap. When you order today, you're getting the 5-minute memory maximizer, the 7 foods you must eat to stay sharp, and the brain accelerator. Together, these bonuses have a real-world value of $171, but you get them all free when you order today. Then you too can experience life-changing results, like so many happy purchasers. People like Sarah from Naples, Florida, who wrote in and said, "In my late 60s, the brain fog became suffocating. I'd see someone I knew at the grocery store and just panic. I couldn't recall their name. I started avoiding social events, terrified I'd just smile and nod, unable to hold a real conversation. After about 3 weeks with Neuro Energizer, all that changed. I got my memory back. Last week at church, I remembered everyone's name. Thank you, Dr. McQuaid."
My husband asked what I was doing different. He said, "I seem smarter." We're so happy.
My daughter doesn't treat me like an idiot anymore. When I passed my computer exam, she was shocked.
I finished a huge project in half the time. No mistakes. I'm so happy I could cry.
Now, even though Neuro Energizer has so many success stories, if you're skeptical, I don't blame you. I know how the giant, multi-billion-dollar supplement corporations operate. Their entire business model relies on you never finding a real solution and just buying another bottle, month after month, hoping for a miracle that never comes. They will never admit this brain rust research is real, because if they did, you wouldn't need to buy their expensive products ever again. So, to prove this new protocol is the real deal, and to make your decision to try it 100% easy, I'm guaranteeing your order today for a full 60 days. It's a 100% ironclad money-back guarantee based on your complete satisfaction with your experience. There's only one favor I ask. When you see the results this gives you, when you feel that fog finally lift and your mind feels sharp again, get in touch. I love to read all the success stories that come flooding in. This means you don't have to make a final decision today. Just say maybe, and you get a full 2 months to try it for yourself. See for yourself as that suffocating brain fog finally lifts. Notice how you move through your day with sharp, clear thinking. Feel the relief as facts, details, and names are right there when you need them. Experience the peace of mind, knowing you are actively flushing the rust and protecting your mind's power. See how your friends and family praise your clarity and ask you what your secret is. Then, decide if you want to keep it or not. Honestly, 60 days is more than generous. Most people start to feel tangible results within the first 1 or 2 weeks. But as a Stanford-trained scientist putting my reputation on the line, I want you to feel completely confident. So if you don't experience the results I've described, you will get a full refund. It makes no difference how many times you've used it. If this doesn't transform your life, I simply won't feel right keeping your money. My professional customer support team is easy to reach and ready to answer any questions. With all the risk taken away, you'd be crazy to not give this a go. Because let's be honest, what other choice do you have? Brain games? Please, you're getting really good at dragging colored shapes around a screen. Meanwhile, the actual physical infrastructure of your brain is corroding into dust. It's like rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic, a fun distraction, right up until you sink. Second, there are brain foods. We've all been told, Eat more blueberries, have some walnuts, take your fish oil. Yet while those foods are healthy, they are not a solution. They can't tackle the damage that's already there. The antioxidants they provide are not powerful enough to scrub the oxidative rust lodged deep in your brain. It's like trying to put out a raging house fire with a garden hose. Miracle brain pills? Yeah, right. Your brain is protected by the blood-brain barrier, a biological fortress that blocks out 99% of the junk in those supplements. It's like trying to break into Fort Knox with a water pistol. You're not nourishing your brain, you're creating the world's most expensive urine. Luckily though, there is a fourth option, and that is Neuro Energizer, the star performer in our lab trials. It's proving to be a game changer, astonishing doctors and researchers around the world. Remember, this revolutionary product is not sold on Amazon or in any other store. You won't find the audio on YouTube or Spotify. It's the only innovation to leverage the groundbreaking technology of neuroacoustic science. And the only way to get Neuro Energizer for this incredible $39 price is right from this page. But you can't afford to wait because the brain rust is spreading. As I speak, it's actively corroding another cluster of 10,000 neurons, wiping out another precious memory from your daughter's wedding, another crucial business contact, another moment of clarity. Plus, we can't offer this insanely low price for long. We are only releasing 500 copies at this launch price to ensure our servers and support team can handle the load. As I write this, over 347 have already been claimed, and the rest are being snapped up fast. If someone else snatches your copy from under your nose, that may cost you an extra 20 years of active brain-sharp life. That's a sacrifice you can't afford to make. But if you're seeing this offer, you can still get in at our lowest price. So I strongly recommend you take action right now. The last thing I want is for you to come back tomorrow and see a higher price, or find out Neuro Energizer is no longer available. Then you'd miss out on experiencing the wonderful outcomes so many others have enjoyed. I hate to think of your brain rotting away like food scraps in a dumpster, so time is truly running out. Right now, I have a discounted order reserved for you, but if you close this page, your spot will be given to the next person in line. Don't spend another day dealing with frustration and fear as your incredible mind corrodes away. Why would you when the solution is literally a click away? Minutes from now, you could complete your first session and be on your way to fully restored memory. You're one step away from a sharper, more youthful brain, one that will attract abundance, wealth, and joy into your life. So which path will you choose? Will you close this page and let the silent corrosion continue? If you do, you'll be doomed to fading memories, growing forgetfulness, and a loss of your independence. One day, your children will take away your car keys for your own safety. That's a horrible thought. Thankfully, it doesn't have to be that way. There is a way to dodge the bullet, to fend off a future where your memories forsake you. You can take the other path, the one that leads to crystal clear mental clarity, because when you own Neuro Energizer, you own your future. Even 20 or 30 years from now, you can be the one making important decisions. You will still be in control, turning your golden years into your happiest years, attracting wealth into your life, so you can enjoy a prosperous future where money is no object. And remember, a sharper brain inevitably leads to a healthier, fitter body too. You'll find it easier to lose weight, stay in shape, and look years younger. Your energy levels will go through the roof and your confidence will skyrocket. Your friends will gasp when they see the new you, wondering how you transformed your health, your wealth, and your future. Maybe you'll start your own business, begin a new relationship, or set off to travel the world. Perhaps you'll get rich picking stocks or playing poker. And who knows, you may be active and loving life at 90, 100, even 110 years of age. Anything is possible with a youthful brain and razor-sharp memory. So which path will you choose? Think carefully, because this is your line in the sand. It's time to own the amazing Neuro Energizer. Your sharper, clearer brain is waiting. Scroll down and claim your discount. This is your moment to invest in the better brain you deserve. To take advantage of this risk-free offer, just tap the button below and check out. Minutes from now, you can start flushing away the brain rust, restoring the agile mental powers of your youth. My personal guarantee means you have nothing to lose. The only real risk is the one of regret, missing out on this life-changing protocol while you had the opportunity. What a disaster that would be. So go ahead and complete your order. Experience everything I've described, 100% risk-free. Scroll down and tap the button below. If Neuro Energizer is still available at this special price, the secure order page will appear, and you can enter your information. If not, you'll have a chance to add yourself to our waiting list, and we'll let you know if this product becomes available again later. Remember, you will save the most money by ordering with today's $39 discount, so don't risk missing this chance. Your order form is fully secured using the very latest 256-bit SSL encryption for your total privacy and protection. It's the same level of security used by major online retailers like Amazon.com. Simply enter your details and the digital audio track will be emailed to you within minutes, depending on how fast you can enter your information on the next page. Since it's a digital product, you pay no shipping fees and no other costs. You don't have to wait weeks for a physical package to arrive. You can start right away. So I'm urging you to take a stand right now. Declare that you will no longer accept a life where you don't feel strong, confident, and in control, regardless of your age. Click the button below to claim your copy of Neuro Energizer.
Honestly, everyone should do this. You only get one brain, so you got to make the most of it.
I'm recommending Neuro Energizer to all my friends. There's nothing to lose. You'd be crazy not to give it a go.
I'd never want to go back. If you're on the fence, just try it. Why not?
Why not indeed? It's risk-free. If you're serious about reclaiming your youthful brain, you must order right now. If you delay too long and see the sold out sign, there's nothing I can do to help you. Seeing as you've stuck with me so far, I'm holding a spot for you. But if you don't grab it in the next 2 minutes, I will have to release it to someone else. You've seen the raving testimonials and heard my rock-solid guarantee, so there's nothing to stop you ordering right now. Neuro Energizer is the only way to banish brain rust and rebuild a healthy mind. It's the only product to leverage the remarkable power of neuroacoustic science. And the only time you can order is right now, before we run out of licenses. So don't miss out. Do yourself a huge favor by securing your copy of Neuro Energizer at 94% off. Scroll down, tap the button, and place your order now. Are you still here? If you're hesitating, let me make one thing clear. You're protected from every angle. Skeptical? You're covered by our 60-day ironclad money-back guarantee. If you don't feel your memory and brain power improving, you don't pay. Period. Worried it's complicated? It's not. If you can listen to the radio, you can do this. Just press play. That's it. Think it's too good to be true? This is based on peer-reviewed research from Johns Hopkins and MIT. This isn't magic, it's advanced neuroacoustic science. I suggest you scroll down and order while you still can, but I want to do all I can to help. So I'm going to answer some of the most common questions we receive to help you make the right decision. The first question is from Luan in Austin, Texas, who asks, Dr. McQuoid, what makes Neuro Energizer superior to all the brain supplements and brain training apps out there? That's a great question. There are 3 huge problems with brain supplements. First is getting the active ingredients into your brain. The blood-brain barrier is a locked door that stops nearly 99% of all supplements from ever reaching your brain. So no matter how many expensive pills you choke down, only a tiny, useless percentage ever gets past that barrier. They can't touch the brain rust that's already there. Second, the few ingredients that can get through are often untested and can even be hazardous. And third, these supplements are incredibly pricey, ranging from $50 to $250 a month. You have to keep paying, month after month, with no idea whether you're getting any of the promised benefits. But what about brain training games? Surprisingly, the research shows these do very little to slow mental decline. The biggest Sudoku study ever conducted found that it had no noticeable effect on slowing cognitive decline. It doesn't do a single thing to solve the physical-chemical problem of brain rust corroding your neurons. Gloria from San Jose asks, how exactly do I use Neuro Energizer? The truth is, people overthink this. You don't need a headset or app. Just press play, sit back, and let the frequencies do the work. A short time later, you're done. After ordering today, just download the digital audio track to your phone or computer. All the proprietary technology is already programmed right into the track for you. It will immediately begin to synchronize with your brain, helping to activate your rust-repelling molecule and start the process of clearing your neural pathways. For a better, clearer memory, just relax and listen. And that's all. No exercises are required, no pills to take, and no journals to keep. What happens if you miss a day? It's okay. It's not the end of the world. The rust-flushing benefits increase every time you listen. And the result is an activated defense system for your brain and all the remarkable benefits that come with it. The next email comes from James in Fort Lauderdale. He says, "How fast will I see results?" This is a common question, and the truth is, everyone's experience is unique. However, many of our customers report noticing a real difference, as their thinking feels sharper and their recall gets quicker, within the first 1 to 2 weeks. Some people even say their memory seems sharper after just their first few 6-minute sessions. Other changes, like learning new things faster or an increased processing speed, may happen over time in the coming weeks and months. Don't forget, your brain is your body's command center, so there is truly no limit to the potential benefits you may feel. As your brain begins clearing that metallic buildup, it's like oiling a jammed hinge. Thoughts that used to stick suddenly glide. You might feel a distinct energy lift that stays with you all day. As you listen more each day, your neural pathways get cleaner. You focus easier. You remember more. The right words are just there for you when you need them in a conversation. Many of these improvements will happen in the first month, but the benefits will continue to build as you keep listening for those 6 minutes a day. After a while, you might just notice you feel like an entirely new, sharper person. Angela from Jacksonville emails and asks, "Are there any side effects? Is Neuro Energizer safe to use long-term?" Yes, of course. I made a promise to myself when I began my career as a scientist. I would never recommend a product I wouldn't confidently give to my own family. As I mentioned, the very first person I tested this protocol on was my own aging mother. The relief she feels knowing she's actively fighting that mental fog is priceless. Neuro Energizer has now been used by 127,541 Americans, and we have had 0 reported side effects. This isn't a drug, a strange chemical, or a pharmaceutical. It's a highly targeted audio frequency based on breakthrough research into how the brain actually ages. It doesn't introduce anything new or artificial into your body. So, not only is Neuro Energizer incredibly safe, but it has the potential to truly rejuvenate your brain and intellect at a cellular level, the way nature intended. Jerome from Plano, Texas asks, "Will Neuro Energizer help me in my career?" Let me ask you a question. How important is your mental sharpness in your line of work? Think about it. How do you really get ahead? How do you land that promotion, sign that client, or secure a pay raise? You do it by providing value, by having great insights no one else does, by solving problems faster and seeing trends others can't. That all comes from brain power. But you can't do any of that if your mind is weighed down by brain fog and your wiring is corroded with rust. That's what holds people back. Neuro Energizer helps you flush that rust, polishing your neural pathways. This restores that mental clarity and speed. Julie from Costa Mesa, California asks, "Do I need to change my diet or eat special foods to get the benefits of Neuro Energizer?" No, you do not. Thanks to neuroacoustic science, the audio track is designed to work all on its own. Now, you've probably seen countless videos telling you certain superfoods will save your memory or that other foods will kill it. And these things can help a little. But here's the truth. Diet alone is not a solution. Why? Because no food on earth addresses the actual root cause. The problem isn't just the food you ate today. The problem is the decades of brain rust that has already accumulated in your brain. And, most importantly, your body's dormant defense system that has lost the power to flush it out. You simply cannot fix that with a handful of blueberries. Rachel from Philadelphia emails and says, "Should I use Neuro Energizer with other things too, like brain exercises and meditation?" That's an excellent question. You certainly can, but please only do those things if you enjoy them, not because you expect them to solve the real underlying problem. As we've discussed, meditation is wonderful, but it can't help with a physical, chemical process like brain rust. Brain games just make you better at games. They don't physically clean the corrosion from your neural pathways. Those activities are fine, but they fail to address the root cause. In fact, so many factors contribute to a rusty brain. The key is to break that cycle by activating your brain's own defense system, that rust-repelling ferritin. And when you get your copy of Neuro Energizer today, you'll love how incredibly simple it is. Juan from Grand Rapids asks, "How fast do I get access to Neuro Energizer?" Instantly. The Neuro Energizer audio will be in your inbox immediately after you complete your order on the next page. Because it's a digital download, there's no waiting for a package. which also means you won't pay a single penny for shipping. You can begin helping your brain flush the rust and reactivate its natural defenses today, just minutes from now. Julie from Billings wants to know, is Neuro Energizer available on Amazon or anywhere else for a lower price? No. We only make Neuro Energizer available directly from this website for a very important reason. I was approached by a large health publisher to offer this protocol through them. If I had agreed, the markup they required would make the price at least double what it is for you today. All that massive markup makes no sense. It just goes to pay for their corporate overhead and advertising while putting extra profit in their pockets. It's pointless, since you can already order Neuro Energizer from the comfort of your home, directly from this website. I was also deeply concerned they might water down the proprietary technology we developed at my lab. Our proprietary technology cannot be found anywhere else. It is not on YouTube, Spotify, or any other platform. Okay, Alicia from Toronto asks, is there a guarantee? Of course. Your order is fully guaranteed. When you place your order from this website today, you're backed by my 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. It's an ironclad guarantee based on your complete satisfaction with your results. This means you don't have to make a final decision today. Just say, maybe, and you get a full 60 days to test drive Neuro Energizer for yourself. As a Stanford-trained scientist, I am putting my reputation on the line. It's vital to me that you feel completely confident in this protocol and in your decision to try it. It makes no difference how often you've used it. If you don't experience the results I've described, you will get a full refund. Our dedicated customer support team is readily available and happy to help with any questions you might encounter. Imagine what you'll be able to do once that terrible brain fog lifts, replaced by sharper thinking and a more reliable memory. See yourself taking back control of your life and your independence. You'll go through your day with clear thoughts. In conversations, the facts, details, and stories will be right on the tip of your tongue. You'll find it's easier to concentrate. Your friends and family will notice. They'll compliment you. They'll ask you what your secret is. You deserve to start every day feeling clear and sharp, to have a mind that easily recalls those important details, to enjoy the freedom to learn a new skill, to remember all the wonderful things that have happened in your life. The last question is the most important of all. What should I do now? To answer that, I want to think just a short time ahead. A month from now, your brain will either be 30 days older and weaker or 30 days stronger and sharper. The only difference is the choice you make right now. If you decide to leave without trying the Neuro Energizer, you'll keep struggling with the same limitations, falling further behind, wishing for a sharper memory and greater mental acuity. But when you choose Neuro Energizer, you'll experience a mental rebirth. You'll see how quickly your brain can power up, fueling every part of your life with boundless creativity, razor-sharp clarity, and unstoppable drive. So if you're serious about operating like a genius, there's really no decision to make. Just click the button and order now. Don't risk becoming one of the 42% burdened with brain worries. Don't make do, living life on 3 cylinders. Take control of your mental power once and for all. Just scroll down right now and tap to place your order.